And we live. And we are starting the podcast off with some wise words from the GOAT.
And they say, well, it's not all about the money. Well, your kids can't eat legacy. The patches on my trunks, that's 30 million alone. So who's really the smartest one in the sport of boxing? If you guys don't want to see me do no exhibitions, don't come, don't watch. When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best. I don't care if y'all write good stories. I don't care if y'all write bad stories. At the end of the day, I will always have the last laugh. Damn, I'm writing this story about Floyd. But look at the house I go to. And look at the house he go to. Then all the guys that y'all said was extraordinary, the Canelos and the Pacquiaos, I made them look ordinary. And then when I see it's a chance for me to do a heist, a quick heist, at the end of the day, I'm the smart one. They say, oh, Floyd don't look good like he used to look. My bank account looking better and better each and every day.
Yes, sir. If this is your first time listening to the Q&E podcast, I am Quincy Hicks, and you got my boy Edgar Martin on the other line. Edgar, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E podcast. Like Quincy said, has some wise words from the GOAT himself, Floyd Mayweather. Hey, he dropped some gems. He said, look, if I ain't that good of a fighter, why y'all still watching me? If I don't got it like that no more, how am I still winning? Against good competition or against YouTube amateurs, how am I still winning? How am I still barely getting touched and my bank account looking 7 figures over again and again and again and again? So I can't argue against that. I can't argue against that. I can't.
Yes, sir, man. If this is your first time listening to the Q&E podcast, we do have 5 segments. We do have the sports segment, 2 Wild Wednesday, social media wants to know, entertainment and current events, and Pass the Ox. So definitely stick with us throughout the whole session. Also, every Thursday at 9 a.m., we are on Dash Radio. We are the Q&E Radio. And just go to the Nothing But Net station, or you can go to dashradio.com/nothingbutnet. But definitely check us out. Like I said, every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, we are there. We just dive into NBA, but just way more in depth than what we do on the podcast. And let's just start it off with the Floyd and Logan Paul fight, bro, since we're already on the topic. What was your reaction to the fight in the first place? What was your expectations to it?
My expectations going in were, I felt like Logan Paul was going to do pretty good. And I made a tweet about it. I made a Facebook post about it. I showed respect. I felt like it was respect. I'm like, look, not too many amateur fighters are getting in there and actually punching Floyd in the face. Like, I think a lot of people overlooked that. So I knew Floyd was going to win, but I was looking at Logan Paul to put up a decent performance for the fact that it's an exhibition match and it's Floyd. And Floyd about entertaining and he about getting his money. So I knew this was going to go all the rounds. They was not going to cut this fight short. So I was expecting a long, entertaining fight, and I expected Logan Paul to do pretty good.
And I was surprised. Other people were surprised that it went all 8 rounds. Like, Floyd isn't known for knocking people out. He has knockouts in his time, but he's not known for that. He's really known for like really being quick and not getting hit. He's not known for just knocking somebody out. So I wasn't surprised it went the whole 8 rounds. I was surprised that he didn't hit the mat though. But we did see that one video my boy did get slept and Floyd was holding him up. So it was kind of like, I don't know what kind of rule they had in place. I don't know if they had a no knockout rule or what. But I feel like something had to be in place for him not to get knocked out. I feel like Floyd is such a high caliber fighter. For Logan Paul to not get knocked out at all, it's kind of like, I got to question it. Like Floyd, like you said, Floyd is all about the money. So I understand it from his point. But I'm just like, for him not to hit the mat once was kind of surprising to me, bro. I definitely expected him to hit the mat. But do you expect – okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, hey, I commend him for the fact that he actually punched Floyd in the face. It was a lot of people in my comments saying, bro, the sport is about getting touched. Like, we can't be shocked that he actually got some punches on Floyd. I'm like, no, if he was an actual boxer for real, I wouldn't have been surprised. But we're talking about somebody who just started boxing, like who only has one actual fight record. And it's not even a real boxing record. It's like an exhibition fight that he had before this. This man is a YouTuber. That's like me taking a year to train for boxing and then getting in the ring with Floyd and I actually land some punches on this dude's face. Like, no, y'all can't say y'all not surprised by that shit. Y'all can't say y'all not impressed by that. So the people who acting like I ain't impressed, like he ain't win, so it was a fluke. It was a money grab. I'm like, we know it was a money grab, but y'all gotta act like y'all can't act like this shit wasn't impressive. He actually punched Floyd Mayweather in the face after only 1 year of training.
I don't like the people that's trying to knock Floyd for getting hit. Like, a lot of people were mad that he didn't hit the mat, and it's just like, bro, Floyd is trying to make the money, bro. The less rounds, I guess, the less money he makes. So I was mad at the people that was trying to knock Floyd, like, oh, he ain't the pound for pound GOAT no more. Canelo would have knocked dude out, this, that, and the third. Pacquiao would have knocked him out. Like, bro, Floyd is still the GOAT. Floyd was just playing with this nigga, and you can tell. And that boy Logan Paul was hugging my man the whole fight. I watched the whole fight, and he was hugging him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you said, this is his first time in the ring for real, a year of training. So obviously you didn't expect a lot out of him, but the whole fight was just hugging my nigga. I was like, God damn. So Floyd really couldn't get all the punches that he wanted to get off in the first place. But do you expect like the celebrity versus real boxer fight to continue?
I really do. I feel like this is something that's going to grow. I feel like it's not going to be similar to Versus, but it's going to be on that same caliber of what ifs. You know, with Versus throughout the pandemic, Versus really came and gave us, what is it? People tripping. I ain't mad at Floyd. Definitely.
Get that money, Floyd. Gotta get that paper, bro. You can't be mad at Floyd, bro.
The easier it is, the more he gonna do it. But during the pandemic, you know, Versus brought us a lot of matchups that people only could think about. You know, so I feel like celebrity and amateur boxing is going to take that same effect now. It's like a what if situation. What if this person fought this person? Or what if these two people that actually been beefing, what if they decide to handle it in the ring and Money Mayweather Promotions decide to promote it? And it's actually some real shit. So I feel like it could definitely go on the rise even more than what it's already on. We seen Chad fight. Chad Ochocinco.
I thought my nigga was about to get that one, bro. I thought my nigga was going to get it for real.
I didn't think he was going to win, but
he was going, bro. The first 3 rounds, he won.
He met my expectations. That's what I'm saying. I didn't think he was going to win the whole fight, but he definitely won a few rounds like I expected. I expected Chad to do pretty good, but he got slept, and I wasn't surprised by that either. But
he ain't get slept. He just got knocked down. It's a difference. He got knocked down. But shout out to Chad, bro. I would have never expected that because he wasn't even training for a year. It had to be like for a few months, and he just went out there against the UFC fighter. I think the other dude was, and I don't know what's up with UFC fighters. Like, they really have no boxing like background. Most of them niggas just try to get you to the ground and try to take you down. Because you can see in the fight that Maxwell was really trying to take Floyd. He was trying to grab Floyd to take him down because that's like his instinct. It's like, nah, like, get off my nigga. Like, I don't like the way you grabbing him. Like, that shit was wild, bro. But why is this setup and this format so successful, bro? I don't understand it, because you know who's going to win at the end of the day. Like, McGregor and Floyd fight, you know who's going to win. So why is it so successful and so entertaining?
It's just the thought of, bro. The thought of what if Floyd actually loses. I said that before the fight even happened. I said it for like a week. I said it for like a week. So what if the impossible happens and he actually hit Floyd pretty hard, or he actually knocked Floyd to the canvas? You're going to pay for that, or whether you watch it free or not, you're going to watch it just for the what if, even if you know 99% odds are towards this guy winning.
Yeah. But man, let's move on to the NBA playoffs. Man, NBA playoffs have been exciting so far. We had a hell of a matchups last round. We had the Suns versus Lakers. Suns surprising everybody, beating the Lakers. We had the Mavs and the Clippers go to 7. What was your but what was your best first round series?
My favorite first round series was honestly the Knicks and the Hawks. Even though the Hawks had a gentleman's sweep and they got the Knicks out of there quick, I felt like the young, tenacious players that we seen in that series, it was phenomenal, bro. Like, I love the way Trae Young went off. I love the way Tom Thibodeau had that team looking in the playoffs. This is what I was waiting for, Suns in 5.
I do have y'all in 5 this series, though, Russ. I got y'all in 5 this series, though. How far do you see the Suns getting, though? Like, be realistic, though. Like, are y'all beating the Clippers or the Jazz? Okay, go ahead.
Man, stop disrespecting Denver. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all,
no, bro, that's a wrap. I agree. Suns at 5.
y'all disrespecting Denver. But yeah, like I was saying, the Atlanta and New York series, that was my favorite first round series because it was just nonstop hustle the entire time.
I agree. If they got the Jazz, we going to the finals. I agree. If y'all see Kawhi, I got y'all losing though. I got it. What I seen last night was just so Clippers last night. I really don't want to talk about it. That game was so embarrassing. Like, yeah, they had to lead for the entire first half, bro. Them niggas was looking good, bro. Kawhi was doing his thing. The role players was getting off. Kennard was getting buckets. And then in the second half, like, Donovan Mitchell just took over. And this is why I asked the question a few weeks ago, bro. Who was better out of Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, or Donovan Mitchell? Because I seen Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs before, and I know he can go off for games like he did in game one. And that's why I was having such a tough decision between Tatum or Mitchell, because, man, Mitchell, I feel like he's more consistent with the explosion, bro. And it's more, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels different than a Tatum, bro. So describe what you seen last night and what you seen out of the Jazz.
It was what I was on what I expected. I said Donovan Mitchell was going to be the key to the Jazz winning that series. And game one, they did what they were supposed to do. Mitchell had 45. I think he had like 8 assists or 8 rebounds or something like that. So he was all over the place. He's playing extremely well coming off of injury. And I'm just glad to see that he's back. He don't show any sign of weakness right now. So I'm loving the fact that he's fully healthy. He's leading the charge. Shout out to Rudy Gobert, too, with that last second block to like make sure the game was like completely over. He came in the clutch with that. I'm glad Gobert did that. I'm glad Donovan Mitchell snapped. Jazz are still my favorite to make it to the NBA Finals out the West.
Nobody is talking about that play enough, bro. Why did PG and Kawhi pass that rock, bro? We need answers.
They didn't want the pressure.
Answers,
they didn't want the pressure,
enough
bro.
People are talking about that, bro. Come on, you pass it to Marcus Morris for the game, for the money. You pass it to Marcus Morris, bro. I could not believe that shit last night.
They didn't want that pressure. They didn't want that pressure.
I could not believe that shit last night.
Bron would have took the shot, and then he would have missed, and then people would have clowned him for making the shot. But now you got a situation where Kawhi and PG pass it off, so it's on somebody else, and they missed the shot, so now they still finna get clowned. So whether the pressure is on you or not, you better be ready to miss either way. Because if you miss, or if the other person misses,
Kawhi should have passed that ball, bro. It's no reason. I thought he was gonna take like 2 dribbles in and shoot a long 2. I thought that's what he was gonna do. And then Paul George just hit a 3 before that possession, and then he was scared to be aggressive in that situation. I was like, bro, I know you had a bad game, but you just hit one. I don't understand Paul George, bro. And we see that he's starting to get this Pandemic P nickname again. And it's just like, who's the real Pandemic P in this match? And I really do not know, because the past few games, Paul George really has not been playing well. So even though the Clippers have been advancing in the playoffs, it's not because of Paul George, bro. It's not because of Paul George. And we need him to step up to get further in the playoffs, bro. We need Paul George. And Kawhi didn't even have a crazy game either, so I'm not going to act like it's all on Paul George, but man, Paul George was looking bad last night. Whole lot of misses from him, bro.
Yeah.
Whole lot of misses. And also, let's move forward with the Denver and Suns game one. What are you seeing in that series, and who do you have winning?
I got Denver winning because I got I got Utah versus Denver for the Western Conference Finals. So I have Denver winning the series. I won't be surprised at all if it goes 6 to 7 games, no matter who wins that series. But the Suns are playing spectacular right now. Like, their bench is coming in so handy, bro. Like, the way they're just able to not let up. Like, their foot is on the gas the entire game. They don't have an off moment. And if you're the Denver Nuggets, you cannot afford to be off at all. You have to be on at all times. And shout out to Aaron Gordon. He's been playing very well. I foreseen that when he went to Denver. I'm like, I know him and JaVale McGee are going to fill their positions, but it's going to take MVP stats from Jokic. It's going to take that. That's the only way they really going to win this for real. I know Michael Porter Jr. been stepping up, but Jokic, you got the MVP now. Congratulations, but I need MVP numbers to really pull this off.
That's the only way they win this series, because the Suns just have too much, bro. They have too much. And in game one, we seen that Ayton played Jokic pretty evenly. They both had like 20 and 10. You need Jokic to have like 40, 10, and 10. Like, you need him to go crazy in these games to advance. Like, you're already down a Jamal Murray. If you had a Jamal Murray, this might be even, or Denver has the advantage. But you're behind right now. So you need Jokic to really play like spectacular basketball. Like, he can't be the semi-aggressive Jokic that we usually see in the regular season. Like, no, you got to be like all in, getting it like you was against the Blazers, bro. That's the only way. But I still got Suns at 5, though. I'm still rocking out with the Suns.
I can't say 5. I don't know how y'all just easily saying 5. Not even 6. Like just 5.
Bro, it's because Chris Paul is back to form. That's the real reason. Chris Paul is back to form. So this ain't the hurt Chris Paul like he was against the Lakers. Like Chris Paul is back. Booker on the money. Even Crowder's hitting shot 8 and playing good. It's too much against the Denver team, bro. Down on Murray. It's too much. So what you got? Who you got in how many?
I'll say Denver in 6.
And who you got in the Clipper series?
For Utah and Clippers, I'll say Utah in 6 too. I'll say both series for 6.
I have Clippers in 6. I'm not going to overreact to game 1. I still believe the Clippers, even though they have to make adjustments, they are going to get back on it in game 2 because they didn't take advantage of things that were opened up in game 1. Like Kennard played too many minutes down the stretch. Like he was getting attacked by Donovan Mitchell. And it's just like, why is he not being taken out? Why is he not being taken out? Like, why aren't you putting like Terrence Mann in the game? And it's like, you had a lot of coaching questions. Like, but I think those will be shored up. I think Kennard still gets minutes, but I think Mann gets way more playing time. And I think Zubac gets more time too, because Morris was getting killed down low. Them boys was getting offensive rebounds, killing them boys. So I think adjustments will be made. Same thing that had to happen with that Dallas series, but I think the Clippers will win. But let's move forward with the Eastern Conference, bro. We got Milwaukee and the Nets. That's looking like real sweep territory right now, bro. Woo. How you feeling? Hey, looking like a real sweep going on. Because coming into this series, a lot of people was bigging up the Bucks, saying it's going to be Bucks in 7. And when I seen Harden go down, boy, y'all should have seen my TL. I was seeing Bucks in 5, Bucks in 6. I was seeing a whole bunch of shit. And then to get blown out in the first 2 games, no Harden? Oh, no. Giannis? Drew Holiday? What happened to all them made threes in that Heat series? Y'all niggas couldn't miss. Now y'all can't hit? Edgar, bro, tell me something, bro. Edgar, tell me something, dog.
I said this before the playoffs even started. It does not matter if one of the 3-headed monsters is not playing. It doesn't matter. 2 out of 3 of them are going to be on regardless. It does not matter. One of them could be on the bench or one of them could actually be hurt like Harden is now. It don't matter. It takes 2 out of 3 of them to make sure results like this happen, blowouts like this happen. I predicted the Brooklyn Nets to not even lose a game in the playoffs. The fact that they've only lost 1 so far, I'm still on track to be right with that prediction. So I really love
1. You ain't right with no prediction, nigga.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying, like, the fact that I said they wouldn't lose any, and everybody's like, nah, they definitely gonna lose a few games, and they've only lost 1 so far, and that 1, it took like a 50-point game from Jason Tatum. Come on now, like, I ain't too far off. My prediction ended up being wrong now, but it ain't too far off.
We still have time. We have time.
But still, the Bucks got to step up, bro. Giannis got to put up MVP numbers. You won MVP back-to-back 2 times in a row. Like I told everybody, I don't care about the regular season no more when it comes to the Bucks. If you don't show up in the playoffs, I do not care. And I don't care right now.
And it's funny that they put so much effort into beating the Heat. Like, bro, they put their fucking foot in the Heat neck. And
they was playing get back when they did that. That's why.
They was playing get back, and they put all their energy into that. And then y'all come into the real matchup, one of the matchups of the playoffs, and y'all show up like this? I'm really surprised with Drew Holiday, because he was supposed to be the difference maker for this team, and you not showing up. It's like, damn, we know what Giannis does in the playoffs, so we know what to expect with that nigga. But Drew, everybody said you're supposed to be the difference maker, and no production. Chris Middleton, no production. But y'all niggas couldn't miss against the Heat. And this really shows you how bad the Heat were, that they were getting blown out by this team, and Giannis was playing the same way he did last season. Ain't nothing changed with this Bucks team except Drew Holiday on the team now. It's like the Nets are getting whatever they want right now. And it really shows you how bad the Heat were, bro. Shit crazy, bro. What adjustments do you think the Bucks have to make this a series?
You just got to step up. If you're Chris Middleton, I'm a very big Chris Middleton fan. I feel like he's just really undervalued. He's not ass, bro. Put Chris Middleton, give Chris Middleton the rock in the right situation, and he'll make do. He's just not consistent with it. And I feel like that's his issue. Like you said, during the Miami Heat series, they put the foot on the gas and they ain't let up. But now it's like you said, you put all your energy into that series, you got to bring that same effect to this. So I feel like they just have to do better. Drew Holiday has to do better. They just got to do better all around as a supporting cast. The coaching is fine. I don't see any problem with the rotation or anything. Giannis second game, Giannis did not produce at all. So Giannis, you got to make sure you're constant. But other than that, the role players just got to step up and play their roles. That's the only solution.
Totally disagree on the coaching thing. Coaching is really the biggest reason why they're losing, because Budenholzer is known for not making adjustments. He has been known that for the past 3-4 years now. He's not making adjustments in the series. The same way you lost game 1 is the same way they lost game 2, and nothing is changing. Y'all are just guarding KD one-on-one like something is going to change. It's like, bruh, y'all might think about doing a double team or something and just letting Kyrie beat y'all. Think of having some type of adjustments moving forward and feeding Giannis in the post. I don't know how it has been 3 to 4 years Budenholzers have been there, and they have not put this boy in the post yet. The Nets do not have any interior defense, bro. They have nobody down there. You have to go against Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin has been playing great. But, bro, come on. Giannis can body Blake Griffin, bro. Why is he not there banging with Blake Griffin and dominating down low? It's not happening. They trying to put this ball on the perimeter, and we already know what happened when he out there. They going to build a wall, and he's strapped. And Holiday ain't hitting shots. Forbes ain't hitting shots. Middleton ain't hitting shots. Now y'all getting blown out by 40. That's what's going to happen. They have to make adjustments, but Budenholzer is not known for it. So we have to look at him. If he makes adjustments, I will be surprised. So that's the thing with the Nets. I got Nets in
four. Nets in four.
Yeah, bro. I have to say Nets in 4.
Thinking about it. I'm not thinking
coming
about it.
into the series, I had Nets in 6. When Harden got hurt, I will say I said, ooh, Nets in 7. I was still rocking out with the Nets, but I said Nets in 7. But man, I could have not expected this, bro. Especially how the Bucks was looking against the Heat. Could have not expected this. Bucks in 4 for sure. And what's the other East series? We got 76ers and the Hawks, bro. Trae Young going crazy. Embiid snapping, doing MVP type stats as well. What have you seen in this series, and who do you have pulling it out?
I honestly still have Philly winning, but I would not be surprised if the Atlanta Hawks won this series. Trae Young, and we'll get to this on 2 Hour Wednesday, but you said it last night when we recorded for the radio show. Trae Young is looking like one of the best players in the playoffs right now. He is leading this Hawks team to the distance right now. They have nothing to lose. Like, I don't feel like anybody really outside of Atlanta fans had them really even being in the playoffs to begin with, or if they did predict them to make it to the playoffs, it was going to be a quick first round exit. So the fact that they did a gentleman's sweep first round and they won game 1 of this series, it's like, whoa, hold on. Atlanta really got something. This young core, John Collins, Clint Capella, like they're just playing crazy. Lou Will coming off the bench and just being that veteran experience for the second unit. This team is crazy for Atlanta. I would not be surprised if the Hawks win this in 6.
I have the Sixers in 6. I still think the Sixers have too much for them boys down low that they can't contain Embiid. And if they're not going to double him, I said this before, and the Heat gave niggas the blueprint, and niggas are not listening. Double team Embiid straight off the rip and make other niggas beat you, bro. Make other niggas beat you. If Harris beats me, I'm fine with that. But I am not letting Joel Embiid go for 40 points in the first 2 games. I'm not allowing it, bro. Once he starts hitting and starts killing down low against Capella, everything feels like it opens up. So you have to stop the big man first, bro. So they have to come with some double teams. And I don't think they're going to wise up to that until it's too late. I don't think Capella can contain him down low, and I think that will be overpowering, and the 76ers will win this series. The Hawks will be tough. It's going to be some close games, but, man, they got a lot of wing defenders for the Sixers as well.
I still got Philly in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it flipped around and Atlanta won in 6 because they showing that they could do this if they got the hard enough.
That's interesting.
Bro, Bogdan gets hot.
The comment is, bro, if Bogdan gets hot, it's over for Philly, and I think Trae has surpassed Luka. Wow. How do you feel about that?
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that yet. I ain't gonna say it. Right now, I'll say he's putting on a better performance this playoffs than Luka. If that's your argument, yeah. But if you're just talking about overall, no, I ain't gonna say that. No.
Man, I still think it's balanced because Black had asked us before who won the trade, and I really think it's one of the most balanced trades. I think they're on the same level. I don't think Luka is better than Trae, and in my opinion, they putting up similar stats. So you can't say one is better than the other. They both ball dominant. They both getting the assist numbers. I guess better rebounder. Yeah, a better rebounder, you could say, for Luka, but he's bigger than Trae, so obviously he's gonna get more rebounds. But I think they're on the same level, bro. I'm not gonna put one above the other, but it's close. I don't think it's a blowout at all. If Luka is right there for the face of the league, Trae gonna be top 3 or top 5. He gonna be on his ass for sure, bro.
It'll be a neck and neck race. I'm just taking Luka right now because I feel like as he has a better all-around game. And I feel like that's why I'm leaning more so towards Luka. Like you said, he could rebound more. I feel like he has a way better post game, obviously. So I feel like as an all-around player, I just have to take Luka. But Trae is definitely going to be on his ass.
Hey, I totally agree with this comment, Russ. Luka's the great white hope. That's why you hear about it. I'm telling y'all, because he has the same. Didn't I say this with my Harden argument like a year ago? I said he gets way more attention because he's white. Niggas used to hate Harden when Harden had a similar type of game. It's because Luka is the great white hope. He's the Larry Bird of this generation. Niggas love him, and that's why everybody gravitates to him. That's why niggas try to put him on a pedestal to be the next face of the league. And that's why I still have Tatum as my next face of the league. I don't think it will be Luka. I think Tatum will have more playoff success than I can say for somebody like a Luka, bro. And that's why I still have Tatum as the next face of the league. But I completely agree that that's why he gets.
I don't know, bro. I feel like it's gonna be Luka. I love the gameplay. I'm not saying y'all wrong with anything y'all saying because there are valid points to everything y'all saying. I just feel like the gameplay that Luka has. I feel like the instinct that he has to just automatically get a bucket, but still be able to have a great supporting cast around him. The fact that they can make the playoffs consistently. I feel like they're just one piece away from being finals contenders.
You just named everything Harden was, bro. Just think about what you just said. You said he gets his teammates involved. He gets a bucket. He makes the playoffs consistently. You just said everything Harden was, and they still hated Harden, bro. And that's my point. If Harden wasn't the face of the league, even though Harden was winning MVPs, I'm not saying Luka will not win those, but I can't see face of the league. Harden was not face of the league, even though he won MVP, and I can't see that for Luka either. Even though he can have some MVPs here and there.
Nobody else was going to be face of the league over LeBron's career. Like, that is the reason nobody else was the face of the league. Let's just be honest. That's the reason, bro. No,
Kobe was definitely that nigga when
Bron was early in his career though. Like, I'm talking about when Bron finally reached his prime for real, like right before getting to Miami, basically, nobody else was the face of the league. And still right now, nobody else will be the face of the league until LeBron is out. Until LeBron retires, he is still the face of the league. And that's why I feel Luka could be next, because it's like it's a different situation than Harden. Steph Curry didn't get a chance to be face of the league because of Bron. KD didn't get a chance because of Bron.
Whoa. You know Steph was the face of the league for a little minute, though, bro. He was back-to-back MVP. That was face of the league. He was face of the league for those 2 years. He changed the game. With Bron.
He did, but he was tied with Bron, though. That's the only person you can say that got really close.
Bro. He surpassed Bron in those years, bro.
I can't say that.
He surpassed Bron. When you talk about who was talked about more, Stephen Curry was the person who looked at, and he was taking his team far. And he didn't have LeBron. LeBron was known for putting the whole team on his back. Like, bro, Stephen Curry was just a 6'3" dude. You wasn't expecting much out of this nigga. And everybody gravitated toward him, bro. And he became the face of the league from like 2015 to 2017. And then Bron like reclaimed that. Or was it earlier than that? When did they win their first championship? 2014 to 2016. Something like that. But with the 2 years he won back to
2015.
Yeah, but the 2 years they won the championships, he was the face of the league. And then Bron took it over again when he won that one in Cleveland. But Steph was in there. Steph was definitely in there.
Steph was in there. That's what I said. That's the only person I'll let you say. Other than that, every other superstar, no, they had no chance since Bron's in the league.
I think
it's up
Tatum,
for grab.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think Tatum will have a hold on the league just how Kobe had a hold on the league toward the back end of his like career. Like when Kobe was like from 2007 to 2010, when he was winning those championships and going against the Celtics, he was the face of the league. Like you had to go through Kobe to get a ring. I think Tatum is going to have that same strap on the league, whether it's with the Celtics or with another team. I think Tatum will have that same type of mode and be in the face of the league that way. But it's going to be between him and Luka for sure. Let's move on. College football playoff expansion. So it is being talked about. They are having a meeting next week, and they are talking about a 12-team playoff for the college football playoff. I think they said the the rights for the 4-team playoff expire after 4 years from now. So in 2025, that's when we can see a new playoff system and format happen. But Edgar, do you think that is the right move to make? Either 8 to 12. Do you think that's the right move to make?
12, no. It's going to be way too many blowouts if you do 12. 8 makes sense in my opinion because yes, it's going to be blowouts regardless. It's college football. Like blowouts are going to happen. But I feel 8 still gives it room to be competition for real. I feel like if you make it 12, you're going to have teams really not care to win games as much anymore because it's like, hey, as long as we secure that playoff spot, then we good. You know, I feel like I want it to still be competitive enough to where it's like, no, you really got to have your record for real still. Like, I feel like that's why.
But why not just keep it at 4?
Because it's like, it's going to be the same 4 teams every single time.
But those are most likely the 4 best teams in the country.
But, you know, you still have those 2 or 3 teams that's like, damn, what if they had an opportunity to make it into the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? It's only 2 or 3 teams like that for real, though, bro. Like, come on.
But I'm saying, bro, if you,
I think even 8 is too much. I feel like 6. I feel like 6 makes more sense, in my opinion. 6 makes sense because you only give it 2 more spots. That's it.
I can see 6, bro, but the 8, 12, even the 6, bro, it's just like it's unnecessary because most of the time the college football committee is right. Usually you have one team on the outs that you can give an argument to. It's like that 5th seed is like, damn. You can give them an argument on why they should have got in because they were like in that conversation to be the best team. But usually those are the 4 best teams in the country, and that's it. I understand that you're trying to give everybody else a chance, but like you said, it's going to be blowouts. They cannot compete with these Alabamas, these Notre Dames, these Clemsons. They are just not on the same level. Like you bring in somebody like because they want to bring in more like mid-major schools. If you bring in like a Houston, if you bring in another AAC school, like they cannot compete with this Power 5 competition that we're seeing at the top of the country, bro. So it's like, why are we wasting our time with extra games when the format we already have already gives us the best teams? They already give us the best teams.
But that's why I feel like 6 is perfect because, like I said, it's only 2 extra teams. I don't feel like that's pulling teeth, really. I feel like, hey, these are the other 2 teams that we said could possibly make it, so why not put them in the playoffs at lower seeds? You know, you can have the 2 seeds still have like a bye week or whatever, and you can have the 2. You can have what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can have the 3rd and the 4th seed play the 5th and the 6th seed, and like let the 1 and 2 seeds have a bye week, and then after that first round, boom, then the actual playoffs happen. So it's kind of like a play-in situation, like the NBA has. I feel like that's perfect. That'll be a perfect situation.
I think it's a waste of time, bro. It's really just a money grab, bro. Like, it's no other reason why they should expand it. But I just don't see a reason to, bro. Even if you say a couple more teams get in, I still feel like most of the time those 3 and 4 seeds will win. And it was like, damn, we wasted a week without that competition.
Because, for example, like with Florida, for example, Florida gave Alabama the best game of the entire football season this previous season. We gave them the best game. Granted, you could still say we knew Alabama was going to win, but they should have beat us way better than what they did. The fact that we had a terrible ending to our season and then still played Alabama the way we did, like, I feel like it's those 1 or 2 schools that it's like they have hope to do something like that. They have hope to give an upset like that in their championship game. So why not give them that opportunity to make the 5th and 6th seed for the playoffs to see, hey, let's see if they could do it again against this team, or they could do it against this other team since they couldn't beat Alabama. You know, I feel like 2 extra teams isn't pulling teeth.
But that's why the SEC is already so good in their competition, because you already see where Florida is measures up against Alabama. Florida shouldn't have been in anyway. They lost 3-4 games. Like, you shouldn't even be close to the top 8. I didn't even like that they were finished in the top 8 in the final poll. They ended up with 4 losses, like the Oklahoma loss to LSU. Like, Florida had some bad losses toward the end, but I still feel like the SEC tournament gave you like a glimpse of what could have been. Like, Florida just wasn't on that level. It was always going to be Clemson and Alabama. And that's how most years are going to end up. So why are we just trying to prolong the inevitable? Like, we know it's going to be the 2 best teams. They have been the 2 best programs for a while now. Why are we prolonging it, trying to play like these other teams have a chance? For what?
Hey, that's what I said. If Alabama and Clemson, the 1 and 2 seed, they got a bye week anyway, so we ain't worried about them. It's just the 3rd and the 4th seed they got to worry. I don't feel like that's asking too much.
But they are really considering the 12-team playoff. They will be talking about it next week. So, hey, it's something that's being talked about for real.
Please don't do that 12 seed. Please don't do that 12.
Bro, everybody's going to feel like everybody got in, and it's not going to be any intrigue. It's not going to be any intrigue because you know that even if Alabama lose a couple of games, they still going to be in. Like, it's no threat of the big teams actually falling out of it. Like every week, that's why college fans get excited because, man, Alabama might lose this week and they might be out of the college football playoff entirely. And that's the excitement of the college football playoff because if you lose and you mess up 1 week, you're done. If you stretch it out to 12, it's like, man, we can fuck around the whole season and still get in this bitch. If it's 12 teams, 12 to 18, niggas still gonna get in, bro.
You can damn near be 500 if everybody else losing correctly. You can damn near be 500 to make the playoffs the way they're going.
You can be mid for sure and still get in with the 12 team. I don't like that shit at all. But let's move on. Definitely look forward to that meeting, though. Let's move on to the Julio Jones trade. He was traded for a 2nd and a 5th round pick, I think, from the Falcons to the Tennessee Titans, having a crazy trio of monsters over there with Julio, AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, and then you got my boy the Teddy Wagon slinging that rock. So y'all already know who I'm rocking with for the Super Bowl this year, my boy. Edgar, what do you think the impact of this trade will have on the AFC? Because I think this vaults them to the top.
Hey, it definitely vaults them to the top. They were already kind of in that conversation anyway. It's just the Chiefs were just still 2 notches ahead of everybody else. So it was like you got the Chiefs in tier 1, and then tier 1B it was like the Titans could have been that next team that you talk about. And I feel like they're damn near neck and neck now with the Chiefs when it comes to talent and wins. So I love this trade. I love the fact that Ryan Tannehill has another weapon to throw to now, and it takes so much pressure off of Derrick Henry. It's not going to feel like Derrick Henry has to carry them yard for yard anymore. He's going to be able to be more versatile with how he plays too. I feel like it's going to open the playbook so much more for Ryan Tannehill for them to be able to score. Julio is going to actually score more touchdowns, I'm predicting, because that's always been a flack of his with his career. Don't be surprised, y'all, if Julio actually get like 12 to 15 touchdowns this season.
Bro, because I think they're going to double team. Are they going to double team both, or are they going to have to decide if you're a defensive coordinator that, damn, I might have to just double team AJ Brown because he's the young monster and just let Julio win one-on-one. Either way you go, you're going to get your ass beat because you have
I'm doubling
two
Julio.
monsters.
If I got to choose who I'm doubling Julio.
That's tough, bro. That's tough. I think at this stage in Julio's career, I'd rather live with Julio. That's how much I believe in AJ Brown. But like I said,
I love AJ.
Yeah, either way, because if you double both of them, it's like Derrick Henry finna have a fucking field day. If you double both of these receivers, so you gotta pick and choose how you stop this offense, bro. Because their defense, I will admit, is not strong as it was in past seasons. They have a lot of holes on defense, but the offense looks pretty damn unstoppable when you look at the weapons, the quarterback, the running back. The defensive coordinators for whoever plays them is going to have some headaches, bro, because you cannot stop everything. You can't. AJ Brown, Julio, or Derrick Henry, one of them is going to have a big game every week. So it's like, what can you do for real, bro? What can you do? But how close do you have them to the Chiefs? Are they right there on the Chiefs, or are they above the Chiefs?
They're not above the Chiefs yet. I feel like we got to see it before we believe it. So I'm just leaving out blind faith still that the Chiefs are still just an inch ahead of them. But it's way closer than what it was. At first, it was kind of like a 2 notches ahead. Now it's just a half a notch ahead, I feel, with the Chiefs.
Them boys are even, if not ahead. I think the Chiefs.
I can't say it until I see it.
I think the Chiefs' offense is great. They have weapons. They have Kelsey. They have Hill, but they don't have that running game like them boys. They don't have that running game. But when I tell you, you can't lose with anything. Like they can also milk the clock because you can keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hand with Derrick Henry. You have to stop the run and you have to stop the. Oh my goodness, bro! It's too much to stop. It's even more than Kansas City. Even though Kansas City has a track team, they don't have the running back. and the wide receivers like them boys have. They don't. So I'm looking at Tanny. Tanny got no excuses for the Tanny. Tanny, we looking for a Super Bowl this year. Tanny, we looking for a Super Bowl this year, bro. That's the expectation. But I love what I'm seeing, bro. Love what I'm seeing. Let's move forward with Kemba Walker. It says that Kemba wants to get out of Boston. Him and Boston are heading toward a breakup at this moment. Where do you think his best landing spot will be?
Ooh, Kemba.
And it's funny, like Kemba was somebody who a lot of people said if he gets into a winning situation, we will see like Kemba like really rise and like ascend to be like a crazy player. But it really hasn't come to fruition in Boston, bro, unfortunately.
I could see him in Dallas. We've been talking about giving Luka that number 2 player, and we talked about it being a point guard. I feel like as dominant of a scorer that Kemba can be, Kemba knows how to take his foot off the pedal and run the offense. And I feel like that'll be the perfect partner to put with Luka. Like I just said, but Dallas is one piece away from championship caliber. Trae Porzingis for Kemba, I love it. I feel like that could work.
Bro, you know the Celtics fans finna go crazy if you trade them niggas for Porzingis, bro. You know them niggas going crazy.
It makes sense for Dallas.
Because I was just about to ask you who you traded. I was just about to ask you who you traded if you Dallas. Man, you know Derek would go crazy if they got Porzingis, man. I can't. I do like him in Dallas, but just not for Porzingis. I don't know how else he would get there. But if it was a 3-team trade and he ended up in Dallas, I do understand what you're saying. But I do like that fit, though.
I understand, though. I see what you're saying. A 3-team trade, that makes more sense. Just a straight-up trade between Dallas and Boston. Okay, I see what you're saying. Now, that does sound ridiculous. But a 3-team trade, that could definitely work. And another team I was thinking of, Indiana. I don't think Karis LeVert got anybody over there in Indiana really to help him out.
Just got Brogdon for real.
That's Brogdon. It, really.
Man, I think Celtics fans, bro, they want Damian Lillard. I don't know if Lillard getting traded, and I don't even know if I don't know if the Blazers would accept it. But man, if they could somehow get Lillard in Boston with Tatum and Brown, crazy. For Kemba and Kemba, Robert Williams, whoever you have to give up to get Dame in Boston. Man,
hey, that's just gonna prove crazy. That's just gonna prove my point. This was the role Brad Stevens was supposed to be in the whole time. If they pull something crazy like that off, and that also puts more pressure on them because now I'm really looking at them like y'all better win some shit. Nah, y'all better.
They already had that pressure, but I think that can put them eye to eye with Brooklyn, and they're younger than Brooklyn. And most of the time, they're healthier. Those players I just named, Lillard and Tatum, usually do not get hurt. Jaylen Brown got hurt towards the end of this season, but usually he's healthy.
Was like a first, yeah.
That was like a first. So usually with those three, you're going to get healthy seasons. With the Nets, like we see injuries for all of their stars throughout the season, and we're seeing Harden going through a hamstring injury at this moment. So you don't know. So they could be eye to eye if they pulled off that trade for Damian Lillard, bro. I'm really liking that. I don't know if the Blazers would accept it, though. Is that enough for your franchise, Kemba, Robert Williams, a couple picks? Is that enough for Dame? Is that enough?
Nothing is enough right now because the performance that this man just put on, the historic performance and numbers that this man put up again and again, playoff after playoff, nothing is going to be enough. If a trade does happen, I don't think Damian Lillard is leaving Portland. I don't think he will ever try to leave. Rome and a couple other people telling me, no, bro, he out of there. He want to be gone. Lillard is not leaving. If he gets traded, it's going to be against his will. So
it's going to be against his will.
He's going to wake up and find out on Twitter like the rest of us if he get traded.
Man, oh man. You know Portland ain't traded him unless he asking for it. So yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I feel you though. Yeah, I definitely agree with that shit, man. But all right, man, let's move on to Deshaun in Denver. Let's put up the clip. This is Aqib Talib, and this is Kareem Jackson, who plays for the Denver Broncos. And he was talking about Deshaun Watson coming to the Denver Broncos. And let me play the clip.
I honestly think y'all gonna have Deshaun soon.
Yeah, I got a great relationship with Deshaun. I've been talking to him the last couple of weeks, man, and like all he's been telling me is like, look, Jack, just tell him like,
Come
that's
get
where I
me.
want to be. Like he like, that's where I want to be. I'm like,
He
man.
see the setup, the line straight. He see the setup.
He like, man, listen, that's why he like, I want to be in Denver. He's like, and like during the time while I was going through, you know, my little free agency thing, and then I end up signing back here. Before I signed, he called. He was like, man, are you gonna sign? I was like, I don't know, I ain't sure yet. He's like, well, you know, let me know what you gonna do, whatever. And I signed back. He's like, listen, man, tell him that like I want to be in Denver. So I'm like, hey, man.
Hey, y'all hear it, man? You know what Sean would be. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it?
Man, that shit would be crazy. Currently, Deshaun is still going through everything with the allegations, with the sexual assault and everything like that. I haven't read up on it in a minute. The last time I read about it, he was currently still trying to go through it with the like the 22 allegations that he had. But yeah, he was kind of trying to decide if he wanted to like just pay everybody off, or if he wanted to actually go to trial and like prove that he was not guilty for anything that was alleged against him. So I don't know if he's gonna play this year or not. It's still kind of up in the air at this moment. But Deshaun to Denver, if it was to happen this season, how do you feel about it?
I don't think it'll be a great start immediately. Like if he were to go to Denver and like right before the start of this season, in the future, it has a chance to work. Like maybe the middle of the season, once they actually get to play with each other and stuff, we'll probably see a good ending to the season. But if he does go to Denver, don't expect a first year there like, oh my God, this is spectacular. The first year is going to be kind of ugly. And then the second year is going to be like, oh shit, like him with Jerry Jeudy and Tyree Cleveland, and then this running game that they got in this defense, like a year of being under his belt with that organization, it could be scary. But first year, it would be ugly. I'm just letting people know now.
It would be ugly. Yeah, man. It really just depends on how everything turns out with this, with all the allegations. Because I'm hearing that he could get suspended. Even if he does pay everybody off, he could still get suspended. So then you will be backtracking if you were the Broncos, because you're trying to make a playoff push, but he could miss 6 to 8 games if he was to get proved, you know what I'm saying, guilty or whatever. So I don't know. I like the fit though, because they have good wide receivers. They have a decent O-line at this point. They have to build up the defense though. They have to build up the defense. So when they build up the defense, I think we can say like Super Bowl Broncos. But I don't think they're at that level yet. You still got Von Miller, even though he's getting old. You got Bradley Chubb. You got some nice pieces, but I still feel like they need to build it out. And it's funny because I heard that Aaron Rodgers wants to go to Denver as well. So it could be like a competition between who can get the quarterback first. If Deshaun's still going through his shit, Denver going to be like, fuck it, I'm trying to get Aaron Rodgers. Shit. So it's like, hey, whoever gets out of that situation first, man, is going to be the person who lands in Denver. Denver is really looking like that destination. Oakland is somebody else who has been like in the conversation. Who else? Miami has always been in talk. So those are like the 3 teams you always see pop up when a quarterback is on the market. So we got to see how everything plays out with Deshaun, but I'm definitely excited. Definitely excited. And let's move on to Too Wild Wednesday. What you got for this week?
All right. The first one, Kristaps Porzingis will be traded next season. Too wild or not too wild?
Not too wild as fuck. You know that nigga getting out of there.
Yep, not too wild, especially when he came out and he was very upset about his second banana position, as he feels. So, not too wild won that poll 80%. This one's pretty interesting. If the Bucks get swept, Giannis is no longer a top 10 player in the league. Too wild or not too wild?
I said it, man. Not too wild, bro. I think you have to take him out of there. We have seen too many times you get to the same position in the playoffs and you get halted because your game is not up to par. There is players better than him, bro. It's players that I would have to put above him. I got to put Luka above you, bro. I see him perform in the playoffs. He just don't got the squad. But your squad is loaded. Like you got the Holidays, you got the Middletons, you got everything you need, and you're not performing with that squad because of your skill level. So we got to drop you back out of the top 10. There's people I got to put above you, bro. These young boys is coming for your spot. They coming for your spot, Giannis.
I totally agree. Plus, we're not even counting the vet players that we automatically put in the top 10 anyway. So, yeah, that's not too wild to me. But too wild is winning that poll 63%. I don't know why y'all loving Giannis right now. Y'all need to be looking at him the way we looking at him, honestly.
Bro, Tatum, you're going to have Tatum next year. You're going to have Embiid, Steph, Kawhi. Bro, you can put Trae, man. You got too many niggas, bro. You got too many niggas you can throw and put above Giannis, bro. I don't care how y'all feel about that nigga. He long and a freak, man. Fuck all that bullshit. That nigga is, bro, for what we seen, he a 2-time MVP, but he got to get dropped out of there, bro. He got to get dropped out of there. There are players better than him. Straight point.
Hey, you got to prove it. We're not saying Giannis ain't good, but you're not living up to that great standard right now that we need. So that's not too wild to me. This one, Trae Young is the best player in this year's playoff. Too wild or not too wild?
Not too wild. I would have to say Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has been the best player in this playoffs, bro. Got to go with KD. And it's really recency bias because I probably didn't feel this way last week. But what he's doing in Milwaukee and how they just killing them boys, I got to rock out with KD, bro. I have to.
I don't blame you for that. I said not too wild because it's not crazy to say. Like the way he played, the way Trae Young played against the New York Knicks and like gentlemen swept them in his first like actual time in the playoffs, I feel like that was spectacular. The way he's playing against Philly right now, one of the top teams in the league. Yeah, this is not too wild at all, in my opinion. I do agree. KD and who else would I say? KD and D-Book.
Are you saying who's left? Oh yeah, D-Book can be thrown up there too.
Yeah, KD
playing too.
Yeah, KD, D-Book, even Donovan Mitchell. You know they're up there. I would put them above Trae probably, but I don't think it's too wild because there is a case that you can make for Trae. That's why I say it's not too wild, even though he's not necessarily my pick.
And it's funny how Trae Young is really this generation Steve Nash, bro. When you talk about, man, ball dominant, gets everybody involved. Everybody just feeds off of this man and is winning basketball, especially when you have a good team, how the Hawks have. He is this generation's Steve Nash. And it's just so funny how both of them were viewed and how Trae Young is viewed in today's basketball. First of all, Steve Nash hates this man because the way he plays the game. He hates the way he gets foul calls, especially since he's been a coach. Steve Nash hates this dude, but it's funny how both of them are viewed. When Steve Nash was in the league, like Steve Nash was really universally loved. Everybody fucked with Steve Nash. He was hooping on the black dudes. Like everybody fucked with Steve. But Trae is probably one of the most hated players in the league. And it's funny how both of their games are so similar, but they are viewed completely different. It don't make sense to me, bro. I don't see why people hate Trae. I don't care how y'all feel about the calls. Everybody gets these calls, bro. Everybody draws fouls the same at this point. Y'all said that about Harden. Then y'all see Luka. Now y'all see Trae. Bro, this is just the way the game is played at this point. Y'all can't be mad at these players for getting these foul calls. That's just how the game is. They're taking advantage of it. And they're getting buckets on y'all team's head. That's why y'all really mad. But that's it, bro. That's it.
I understand why Nash upset. I don't think he should point all of his frustration at Trae because, like you said, there's multiple players doing it. It ain't like it's just Trae. But I feel like Nash is just upset as a whole for the fact that, hey, he got beat up a lot the way he would go to the paint and not get that many calls, or the way he probably would get like hit on the wrist or like knocked down during long range shots and not get called. So Steve Nash probably just pissed off in general because it's like, I played the exact same way these players play now and I didn't get half of the calls that they get now. So Steve Nash is probably one of the old heads that's like, look, I don't like this new shit.
Get off my lawn.
But Too Wild is winning that poll 61% right now. The Titans are the best team in the AFC after the Julio trade. Too wild or not too wild?
Not too wild, bro. Not too wild at all, bro. Like I said, they
Not
neck
too
and
wild.
neck, bro. And I'm not mad if you put them above the Chiefs, bro. I can't look at you crazy. I can't.
I agree. Not too wild. Too Wild is winning that poll though, 65%. Y'all still in love with the Chiefs like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like niggas still love the Chiefs, bro. And if the Chiefs got the back-to-back Super Bowls, so until somebody knock them off, niggas ain't gonna believe that the Chiefs' reign is over.
Yeah.
So the Titans got to do what nobody has done in the last couple of years.
The college football playoff will be expanded to 8 to 12 teams. Too wild, not too wild. I think we both said not too wild.
I said too wild. I think they will come to their senses in this meeting, bro. Even though it is a money grab, I think they will come to their senses. Somebody has to have sense in that room. And I think too wild. That's not going to happen.
Desire funny as fuck. She said, bro, that is that girl husband, dog. She loves Kelsey.
You know that nigga look just like
God.
Jonas Valanciunas, but he like way taller than that nigga. But they look like just alike though. So if she fuck with Kelsey, she gonna fuck with Valanciunas. No, yeah, I've seen it before. Side to side pics. It look exactly the same. So if you fuck with Kelsey, you definitely gonna fuck with Jonas Valanciunas. But he ain't from here though, so you probably can't understand what that nigga talking about though.
I was about to say he don't speak English. So next one, Simone Biles is the greatest athlete of all time. 2 out or not 2 out. This is the most neck and neck one out of all the polls.
I said 2 wild, man. I can't give it to her. I said 2 wild.
Not 2 wild, bro. I need everybody to understand what's going on right now. Rome and a couple other people tried to tell me I'm living in the moment. That is a bullshit argument for why they think I can't make this opinion, because we've lived in the moment with every other person that we've called the GOAT of their respective sport, and we've lived in the moment with every other person we've just called the GOAT of sports. So how come with Simone Biles is different? I'm not trying to say people are women haters or nothing like that, but I feel like it's just hate because she a woman, bro. If this was a man,
I'm mad because y'all just said that Serena Williams was the GOAT not even a couple of months ago, and now y'all throwing Simone Biles over there.
No, I said Serena.
Man, you said Serena was the GOAT, bro. I can pull up the clip.
You
said she was top, bro. You said she was the GOAT because we were talking about Brady and Serena Williams. Yes, you did, bro. You said Brady or Serena Williams.
She's top 5.
No, you said Serena was 1.
Actually, she my top 3, probably. She my top 3.
Now you going backwards, bro. You going backwards now, bro.
That's why I'm not. Bro. If I said it, now I said it. But Simone Biles is the greatest athlete of all time. Serena Williams is top 5. But Simone has won gold. She's the most decorated gymnast of all time. She has multiple moves named after her that other gymnasts cannot do. And the fact that gymnast officials tried to ban her moves because of the fact nobody else can do them, how the fuck can we overlook that? She's doing shit that nobody else can do, nobody else has done. And I think it's amazing that we're seeing it right now, but people still want to hold on to the past. I don't think any other athlete can do what the fuck Simone Biles does, no matter what sport they play, no matter how athletic they are. She's doing shit that is unbelievable. She has to get mobbed. And she wears the GOAT on her leotard, and no one says anything. Who the fuck can just really walk around saying I'm the GOAT like that, and you have an undisputed
in her sport,
argument?
She the GOAT for sure. She the GOAT in her sport. Yes,
she the GOAT athlete of all time, bro.
She the GOAT. And I said this before when we were talking about Tom Brady and we were talking about Serena Williams. It's hard to equate others like sports to sports, bro. When you compare football to gym, like how can you equate the two? It's just you can't. And that's why I said with the same thing with Serena, you can't equate the 23 however many Grand Slams she has to the 6 Super Bowls that Tom Brady has, and to the 6 championships that Jordan has. You cannot equate the two. So I think you can have GOATs in their respective sports, but when you say like the greatest athlete of all time, you just can't. You can't have a GOAT, like a greatest athlete ever that we've ever seen. You can't. Like, so even I can agree to you that Simone Biles is the greatest at gym, and Serena is the greatest at tennis. Brady, GOAT at football. But I can't say that one is better than the other because I can't equate them. There's no measuring system to say that, oh, Simone Biles, what she's doing in gym is better than the 6 Super Bowls that I'm seeing from Brady. I can't say that. And one is a team sport and another is an individual sport. You can't equate it.
I don't know, bro. I just disagree. I feel like there is a way you can pick the cream of the crop out of the cream of the crop and say this is the greatest athlete I've seen. Shout out to the other athletes. Wilt Chamberlain, freak of nature athlete that we've never seen before. You know, shout out to Deion Sanders, dominated football and baseball. Shout out Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, because Tiger Woods, even with golf. Like all these other athletes, but I just think Simone is just the head of it all, bro.
Because why is Michael Phelps, when we have this conversation?
Oh yeah,
and it's funny how funny how Biles get all the credit. And she black, so I love that she getting all the credit. But when we see this, Phelps never get any credit when he was running that swimming shit forever. When you look at the Olympics, like that too. But he never, bro. I never see him in GOAT conversations where he should be up there with Biles and everybody else. That's what I'm saying. Like it's uneven when y'all look at all these GOATs. It's not a measuring system because it's so uneven.
Now, I will say this. When I hear most black people debate, I don't hear Michael Phelps' name brought up. But when I listen to other racists talk, Michael Phelps' name is always brought up. So I feel like amongst like barbershop talk with us and our culture, we don't bring up Michael Phelps that much. Honestly, because a lot of black people don't swim. We don't watch swimming anyway. Hate to be stereotypical. I hate to be stereotypical, but y'all know it's true. Niggas ain't really watching swimming like that unless you are a swimmer. But Michael Phelps is definitely up there. I feel like he still doesn't get talked about enough, like you said. So I agree. His name up there too.
Yeah, and I pulled up an article of Simone Biles earlier today. She says as she's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. I didn't know that she's only 24, bruh. That shit blew my mind, bro. I seen that she was only 24. That shit blew my mind.
She's still in her prime, bro. She's at the beginning of her prime. Damn near. Still got years of this shit. And the reason I got Serena Williams in my top 5 of greatest athletes all time, she won a Grand Slam while pregnant. Who the fuck is doing it? Like nobody. Childbirth is one of the most amazing, magical things, and one of the most painful things in human nature. And her being pregnant, bearing a child, and doing splits while winning Grand Slams, like I ain't too many niggas topping that. Period.
So let me pull up the article from Simone Biles. Proves again why she is the GOAT. She said the 4-time Olympic gold medalist broke another record on Sunday, and her leotard suggests that she's embracing her rank as the greatest of all time. And I didn't even know this was a GOAT. I didn't even know that was a GOAT right there. I couldn't tell what that was. Okay. So yeah, that's what it is. And she won her 7th. Yeah, bro. They said that she's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, and she solidified her dominance in the gymnastics world by earning her 7th U.S. title over the weekend and becoming the first woman to ever do so. That shit is crazy, bro. I cannot lie. That shit is definitely crazy. But like I said, I'm just somebody who I cannot equate other sports to sports because it's just you cannot do it. Team sports, the individual sports, tennis, the football. How the hell can we compare anything? I think you can be great at sports. Like we can compare Jordan and LeBron. Like we can compare that. And we can compare Roger Federer to a Serena. But when you say, a Jordan and a Serena, who better? It's like, it's hard for me to say to give you a winner. So I don't know.
Understandable. That poll is 51%, not too wild. Like I said, this was the most neck and neck poll, I think, out of all of them. Next one, the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty will be short-lived. Too wild or not too wild?
Too wild. Even though I think the Titans will be up there, I still think Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. And he's going to have them boys in position for the next 5-6 years, bro, because this team is still going to be intact. Unless something, knock on wood, happens to when it comes to injuries, I don't see this team going downhill anytime soon, bro.
I don't know, bro. I said not too wild. By the way, too wild is winning this poll 54%. But I said not too wild because the Browns are getting better and they're looking scary. The Titans just got Julio, and we just finished talking about how that's finna look. You got the Bills coming back healthy. Who else? The Ravens, they got some good draft picks and some good defensive pieces now. Bro, the talent is rising in the AFC. And it's rising, scary.
But you still have to go through Patrick Mahomes, though.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Mahomes is looking like that nigga. I mean, has been that nigga for the past couple years.
You ain't wrong. I'm just saying now, don't be surprised if the Chiefs dynasty is interrupted this year and then it gets interrupted again next. I'm saying, just don't be surprised.
I really think Mahomes is going to have a Brady-esque career, bro, where he's always going to be around. Brady didn't win every year, but he was around every year, bro. Like he was in the conference championship, felt like every year. I think it's going to be the same thing for Mahomes. Like you have to go through him if you want to get to the Super Bowl. So if the Browns beat Mahomes, they got to go through him. If the Titans got to go to the Super Bowl, you got to beat Mahomes. So I think it's going to be the same type of thing.
Next one. The Suns will win the NBA Finals. Too wild or not too wild?
Too wild, man. But it really, I don't think they're beating the Nets anyway. But just coming out of the West, I don't think if the Clippers get out, I still got the Clippers going to the finals if the Clippers get out. I like that matchup for the Clippers against the Suns. If they get the Jazz, I do see them getting to the finals,
though. Too wild. I agree. Nobody beating Brooklyn, no matter who they play. So, not too wild is winning that poll though, 71%. I'm guessing everybody forgot about Brooklyn being in the playoffs.
Hold on, what was it?
71%. Not too wild. that they'll win the finals.
Niggas real deal forgot that shit.
Boy, recency bias is playing right now, boy.
That's crazy. Woo. That's crazy as hell.
Boy, they must have seen the Suns. They just thought Western Conference when you put this. They had to think just Western Conference.
Because if y'all think they beating the Nets, come on, bro. We seeing the Nets go too crazy right now, dog. Recency bias should be going toward them anyway.
And they're not even at full throttle, and they playing crazy right now. So
exactly.
Next poll. Which one do you feel is the scariest to explore, the ocean or outer space?
Yes. And shout out to my nigga Black Amir, bro. We was talking about this shit before. It's definitely the fucking ocean. We don't know what's down there, and the new stuff keeps being created without our knowledge. That is the most scariest shit. Like, we know about aliens. We know aliens are out there. We don't know about anything else. But underwater, we don't know what the fuck going on down there, bro. And that's why I don't like going in oceans. I don't like going to beaches because I don't like when my foot gets touched by anything. Because I feel it's gonna be one of these new fucking animals that are being created or new fucking fish that are being created, right? I'm not even going near them shits, bro. So yeah, it's definitely the fucking ocean, my nigga. It's definitely the ocean.
I'm screaming. The ocean is winning 81%.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy how we only know a little over only 10% of what's in the ocean, and we know more about what's in space. And I just think that's crazy because the ocean is here. We don't have to go anywhere to go to the ocean. So it's like the ocean is right there, and we only know 10% of what's in there. I just feel like that's crazy. I feel like we've built enough technology to where we can build things to go down there. I'm pretty sure it's just as dark at the bottom of the ocean that it is in space. So
niggas don't want to know what's down there. Niggas don't want to know what's down there because they gonna see some shit they don't want to see. Niggas not trying to go in the ocean, bro.
Atlantis down there.
For real. And it's funny because when I was talking to Black Amir about this, he had ended up sending me like a paragraph that said that octopuses can use tools. Like these niggas are getting like awareness skills and like can do shit that humans can do. Like these niggas are evolving underwater and we don't even know it. So if these niggas start an underwater revolution against our ass, we're done. If them niggas can start to breathe above water, we're done. We're done for it. They're taking over.
Yeah, octopuses and squids, they're some of the most intelligent creatures, like, period, in history. So like octopuses, elephants, what's another intelligent species? Like way back in prehistoric times, chimps, but prehistoric times, like raptors were like the most intelligent creatures to ever walk the planet. So y'all don't be surprised if there's some shit in the water that's smarter than you. Dolphins are smart as fuck.
Hell yeah. Having a game contest down there. Are you smarter than the fifth grader against the octopus? You lose? Oh, shit. I can see that. That's the type of shit that's going on underwater, bro. Scuba divers going through that same shit for real. Scuba divers really going through that shit.
Facts. A video of an octopus opening a jar. Niggas know what to do. They know how to work shit.
Yeah, oh my God. Bro. That shit crazy as fuck, bro. That shit crazy as fuck.
Crazy. I'm very afraid. Very. Next one. If Damian Lillard was traded, what is his best trade destination? The Sixers, the Lakers, the Celtics, or other?
I picked the Celtics, bro. Love the Celtics for Damian Lillard. I think that will above the Lakers. I just don't see what the Lakers can give up for Damian Lillard. That's the one thing that's holding me back from LA. I see what the Celtics can give up, so I'm rocking out with the Celtics, and I can see success in the East.
The Lakers are winning the poll 37%, but I said the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Trade Ben Simmons and some picks. Get Damian Lillard. Definitely with Embiid, that shit is going to be scary.
And it will work for both teams, bro. Like, you get Ben Simmons if you're Portland. Like, if you're going to get your star player to go to another team, like, Ben Simmons is a good consolation prize, my nigga. Because he can really lead your franchise for years and probably can get you to higher heights. Because I believe in Ben Simmons' potential and can probably get you to higher heights if you build a squad around him, bro. So, definitely, I love the Sixers as well.
Because if you keep Nurkic and then you still got a pretty good vintage Melo, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the shit could work. It could definitely work.
If you build it down and just put shooters around Ben Simmons, I've seen it before.
Plus if CJ stays, if CJ McCollum stays,
that too, bro. I've seen it before, bro. Ben Simmons, if you give him the pieces, bro, I've seen it with Philly with Embiid out. Hey, no lie, bro. Caleb, no lie, bro. The comment is Lakers will have to trade their whole bench, and that still would not be enough, my nigga. That wouldn't be enough either.
Bro, you got to trade the whole bench and at least three first round.
No bullshit, my nigga. I don't know what else you're giving up. You gonna give up Kuzma and THT? Like, bro, I'm not taking that shit out of the Blazers. Get that shit out of my face. I definitely agree, bro. I don't see what the fuck.
Oh shit! They would have to get a free agent. That's the only thing the Lakers can hope for right now. That's the only shit they can hope for.
On my team. I don't want Schroeder. Keep him. Shit. Keep him.
The whole fucking bench. That is not a lie. Next one. Which action series is the best? Mission Impossible, James Bond, The Terminator, or other?
It is The Matrix. Matrix is my favorite action of all time, bro.
I was gonna put The Matrix.
Bro, The Matrix is number one, bro. The Matrix is number one. And it's funny when you put action shit. I had to look up what action series meant because I was like, I started thinking of like just series.
There were so many options, bro. There was so many. I was looking at all of them. I'm like, I could put Star Wars, but that's action / fantasy and sci-fi. So I had to get real specific. That's why I put these specific movies because it's like these are just straight up action. So that's why I put the ones I put.
The Matrix. Matrix. Love The Matrix.
That's not a bad vote, honestly. I said Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible and James Bond are tied at 36%. Mission Impossible is one of the greatest action series like of all time. Period. Like I will never get tired of those movies. I love the missions. I love the shit they come up with. It's like they're doing what Fast and the Furious do, but they're doing it way better. It's like they're creating more shit to do, but it's realistic. Like I'm just going to Fast Furious rant. Dominic Toretto catching cars. I don't want to see that shit. Like he doesn't have superpowers. I don't want to see John Cena being your half brother, and John Cena is nowhere near Hispanic.
Bro, like, I don't know how that movie's gonna turn out, bro. I don't know.
I really don't. But Mission Impossible, shout out to the whole crew. I feel like that shit is just.
And legendary. I really couldn't get into those movies, bro. I could never get into those movies, bro. Mission Impossible, James Bond. I watched
James Bond is hard. James Bond is hard to get into.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, The Matrix. I'm gonna just stick with it.
And the last poll, who's your WNBA Finals favorite right now? The Connecticut Sun, the Seattle Storm, the Washington Aces, I believe, or other? Man, I got Connecticut Sun right now.
If you put the Storm in anything, I'm picking the Storm. I told you before. My GOAT is Breanna Stewart. So whatever category she's in, I'm picking Breanna Stewart every time. I think she's going to come through in the playoffs. I got Seattle Storm winning. And I looked up her stat line today. She's second in scoring. I want to say she's like fourth in blocks, like fifth in rebounds. Mm-hmm. She's having another MVP season, bro. Like, shout out to Breanna Stewart, bro. She the GOAT of this shit.
I don't know, bro. The Connecticut Sun looking damn near unbeatable. I understand your point with Seattle because they up there too, but I feel like Connecticut is just they on the run right now, bro. I don't see nobody beating them. And like a best of 5, I don't see it, bro.
I watched the game the other day. I watched it on Tuesday. It was Dallas Wings against somebody. I forgot who they was playing, but it was Marina Mabry, and they got old girl from Notre Dame, Agumba Wale or something like that. Those two girls was going crazy, bro. I love so the Dallas Wings are going to be another team I look at, bro. They got a squad. Marina Mabry and Agumba Wale, tough together.
Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to my dog, Jasmine Harper. She's a writer for the Windsor, and she writes a lot of stuff for the Dallas Wings. So shout out to her. She's like firsthand when it comes to news and stuff like that for them. So
yeah. Marina Mabry, bro, she a bucket. I think she went to Notre Dame too. Both of them went to Notre Dame, and they both going crazy, bro. So definitely shout out to them. Is that it?
Yep, that's all for 2 Wild Wednesday.
Bad. All right, let's move on to social media wants to know. Let me put you have to trade one. And the poll is if you had a gun to your head, you have to trade for one. You have to trade for John Wall, Kemba Walker, Kevin Love, or Kristaps Porzingis. Which one are you going with? You have to trade for one and you got a gun to your head.
What does the gun have to do with anything?
Because you do not. These are players you do not want. These are untradeable niggas you don't want. So you have a gun to your head just to trade for these niggas. Because hey, if I didn't have a gun to my head, I'm not trading for any of these niggas.
I'm about to say, like, what the hell does the gun have to do with anything? Oh shit. John Wall, Kemba Walker, Kevin Love, Kristaps Porzingis, Kemba Walker, easily.
You would trade for Kemba? So you believe in him even after the injuries and all that? You still believe?
It depends on what team. It depends on what team I have. If like, am I trying to make this person the focal point of my team? Like, is that what I'm trading
Possibly,
for?
I don't know.
Oh, if it's for that, then no, Porzingis. If it's for like the main person on my team, Kristaps Porzingis, easily.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just say if you had to trade for one, bro, whether it's a scoring piece or to fit your team, which one would you want for your team?
If this is for my team and I need somebody to build around, it's Kristaps Porzingis.
I pick Porzingis as well, bro. I still feel like he has the potential. Even though my boy is pandemic P for the time being, I still feel like his potential is still there if he gets an offense that is set up to give him touches in the places that he wants them. I agree with everything that he said, that he's frustrated and the offense just isn't built around him. I feel like Luka should have been more aware to give him touches in the spots that he wants, but Luka is the star. Luka gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. The coach isn't going to tell Luka to do something that he doesn't want to do. So Porzingis has to live with this shit, bro. So I understand. I definitely understand. So I'm definitely rocking with Porzingis, bro. Definitely rocking Porzingis. Let's move on to entertainment and current events, bro. Where you go on this Bezos to space?
Jeff Bezos is doing rich people things. He woke up one day.
I thought of that shit. I'm like, it's rich people shit for real.
really woke up one day and just wanted to live a childhood dream. He says he's always dreamed of going to outer space and doing things involving space technology. So I think, I forgot what year they said, but in the upcoming year or two, I believe he's going to be going on a personal space mission and something that I believe Amazon actually built. So that's going to be crazy. It's going to be him, his brother, and I guess maybe whatever other few people are going to be going with them. And they're just going to be revolving around the earth. I think nothing too crazy.
And it's funny because what if he goes up there and never comes back? Like, what if we see some shit like Life? Like, you seen that movie Life?
It's Jeff Bezos. He's coming back.
No, it don't matter who. It don't matter, bro. The aliens don't give a fuck what your name is up there, bro. So what if we see some shit? I swear to God, they don't. Them niggas don't give a damn what your name is. If they want to experiment on you, my nigga, they are going to experiment on you, bro. That's just what it is. So if he goes up there and gets hemmed up by a group of aliens, that's his ass, my nigga. But I thought of the movie Life, bro. The movie Life when they had that life form. That little blob life form and really take over the whole plane. I can see some shit like that happening to Jeff Bezos, my nigga. They're trying to experiment on some shit in space, and then it fucks up on him. And the experiment backfires. I don't know.
He said them aliens don't give a fuck what your name.
They don't, bro. What the alien give a fuck about your name for, bro? Them niggas don't give a fuck about your name at all, bro. They don't give a fuck what your name is, my nigga.
Oh shit, that was hilarious.
They don't care about your net worth. They good. They good on all of that shit, bro. So what did they say what he was going to do up there?
He's just going to space. He's literally just going to space.
Oh, just to have
rich
a
people
good time,
just be doing shit. Exactly, they just be doing shit. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, why not? He got all this money, and if he were to die, would they spread out all that cheese? I don't know.
No. let me
all that cheese going to
you.
his wife, my nigga. No. All that cheese going to his wife. That nigga crazy, man. All right, man, let's move on. Nigerians ban Twitter. Bro, what's going on with this?
I believe the government Twitter page or whatever government official was tweeting, I guess they found a way to delete some of his tweets off of Twitter or whatever. And I guess the government officials in Nigeria are already having very strict laws on the people, and they're like doing very unjust things, I guess, in Nigeria right now. So the fact that the people found a way to delete the government officials' tweets, they took that to heart, I guess, and just said, fuck Twitter. Everybody in Nigeria is banned from using Twitter right now. So it's really some dictatorship shit over there right now. Yeah. I feel for the people in Nigeria because that's a very fucked up situation. And social media is one of the many ways that we let people know what the hell is going on wherever we are. So if you're shutting down social media, you're shutting down the voice of your people to a certain extent, even if it's only one platform. Like Twitter is a very huge platform to just say you all are banned from using.
Yeah, and it's a way you can be seen, bro, especially with everything being so stuck on the United States. A lot of people can't get out to these overseas countries, bro. So Twitter or social media is a good way to see them and just keep an eye on them. Like, I'm just thinking about sports in general. Like, when a lot of people get on Twitter and they see a player that's playing overseas or playing in a Nigeria, it's like, damn, like, I need to go over there and actually check him out in person. So I think that's crazy, bro. But what did you say happened? A government official tweet or something?
Like, he had tweeted something and they found a way to delete his tweets or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
What did he say? You don't know what he said?
I couldn't see what he said. I don't know what he said. I tried to look up whatever the fuck he said. Apparently
he said some wild shit. The band, the whole
some wild shit.
He must have said some wild shit. He had to say some wild shit, my nigga.
It wasn't what he said. It was the fact that they found a way to delete whatever he said. So he was tweeting and then they deleted his tweet. So he was like, okay, fuck y'all. I'm finna ban Twitter. If I can't tweet, nobody else.
Oh, he was the one to ban it because they did.
Yes.
I get it. Oh, okay. So he's the one now.
Yes.
That makes sense now, bro. Because I'm thinking, like, why would they ban the whole shit because of that? That makes sense. Now he just mad at this point. So he's like, y'all niggas gonna feel this shit because niggas delete my tweets. Wow, crazy. That's wild, bro. That's definitely wild. I thought it was definitely a deeper meaning to that, but all right.
Oh no.
I think some shit in China is like that too. Like, I don't think China can use like TikTok or some type of social media like that. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Twitter at one point as well. Like, these dictatorships like that, they just have too much control. Y'all already know, like the Chinese are like communists and shit like that. So they already got all the control of you. Everybody the same. Everybody get paid the same. No individualism. And it's like, but countries like that, boy, they got a hold of your ass for real. Let's move forward. I just love being in the U.S. That's all I gotta say. Teaching kids about government, bro. Oh, this is Obama, right?
Yeah, Barack and Michelle Obama are coming out with a series to teach kids about the government. It will be launching on Netflix. Let me see the date. Damn, I lost it. But it will be launching on Netflix this year. All I gotta say is I hope they find a way to give kids like the truth for real on how the government is. I don't want it to be no whitewashed. Like, I just don't want it to be whitewashed. I don't want it to be. I don't know, bro. I'm looking at it sideways. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna try to appeal to everybody. Teach these kids how the fuck the government work, please.
And don't we have civics classes that are supposed to teach us the government anyway? Like, I remember in middle school, I took classes like that. I don't remember anything, but I definitely took those classes. Like, unless you're really simplifying like how the government works, like, are this just going to be like, we teach you the branches of government? Like, what are you actually teaching?
I feel like it's going to do that. I feel like it's going to teach all the branches of government, and it's going to, I'm having faith because I feel like they are going to touch on it, on how voting is important. They're going to touch on how local elections are important and stuff like that. So I trust them to do that, but I don't want them making it look like, oh, the government is just so great and blah, blah, blah. And they
ain't going to show you the real, though. They're not going to show you the real.
I feel like they need to, bro. I feel like they need to.
And I hope they give background on like the Congress and shit like that, and show these young kids that the president doesn't have all of the control. Because I feel like growing up, that's what I thought. I thought that the president made all of this shit. And if the president said that shit, it's gonna happen. So I feel like they definitely say that shit because that needs to be known to more people, bro.
Trump is like the only person I've seen that shit happen with, where he said some shit and that shit finna happen. Like, that's the only person I can think of.
Trump was like a different case, bro. I don't know what
everybody else. It was like it's up in the air.
I trust Barack Obama, but I just don't know how deep they're going to get into government. And you said it's for kids. If you want to go into voting, I feel like that could be like for more people than just kids. I feel like that would be good for adults as well, because a lot of people don't know about that stuff.
I found the article right here. It's going to be called We the People. And it says We the People will drop exclusively on Netflix on July 4th. The animated series will also feature some of the biggest names in music, providing original material. And Barack and Michelle are the executive producers of it. And it's a 10-episode series. So it's specifically for children. Like, it's not going to give it. So it really might. I really hate this. It really might kind of just downplay.
It's going to be dumbed down. It's going to be like what you learn. It's going to be what you learned in civics class or what you learned in government's class. If you had that growing up.
I don't know if I want it to be like that.
Yeah, I won't want that either. What's the branches of government? Because if it's 10 episodes, I don't know if you can say that every episode, like the branches of government. but just how the shit works. I feel like that's good for kids because at least you know growing up how the shit works. I feel like it's good for them because I feel like we were kind of dumb to the shit until we got older. We was like, oh, that's how it works. It's like, damn, like your eyes got open when you were older. I feel like giving them that message when they're young, they understand it growing up and they know how shit works and they know how voting works and who they can vote for, who they should vote for, and what works for, you know what I'm saying, each candidate. So yeah. But let's move forward with the Apple takeover. You said something about the Apple wallet or something, getting your information.
Apple Wallet is trying to find a way to make it more convenient for us, but I feel like this is going to be more invasion of our privacy. Apple Wallet is trying to find a way to get people to start giving them your IDs. Like, put your ID on Apple Wallet. Put your work badge on Apple Wallet. You forget your work badge at home, it's cool. You got it on Apple Wallet. You can show whoever you need to show. You can scan it or whatever. I feel like that is just too much information, bro. We already give all these technological devices too much information as is with our credit card information. And even to a certain extent, like our addresses and social security numbers and all that stuff. So giving them your ID. I don't even have Apple Wallet set up on my phone still. I've had an iPhone for years now. I've never set up Apple Wallet. So I'm definitely not going to put my wallet, my ID, my work badge. I'm not putting all of that on my phone. Like if my phone is stolen or if I break my phone, I don't have anything. So
that shit, bro, it's going to happen eventually. Like they're going to have all your information because they're going to use that as a requirement for something else. It's going to be like, oh, we need your ID for this. So you got to put your ID in and they're going to have that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody in Apple, if it's a story that comes out in the near future that they just finessed everybody. They just cleaning out niggas' bank accounts. I wouldn't be surprised if a finesse like that happens, bro, because they have all your information. They could possibly steal your identity with the social security and with your IDs and all that. I wouldn't be surprised if a finesse like that happens where they stealing your identity or where they stealing your money and you just don't even know what the fuck going on. And Apple, obviously, it's not going to trace back to Apple because you're going to think somebody else got into your account. But it's really going to be Apple the whole time. Somebody's right under your noses, bro. Shit crazy. I can see that shit happening, bro. I could see.
Let's not put that bad energy in the air.
I'm just saying, bro. We giving these niggas all the information, bro. Why not? Why not, my nigga? It's niggas everywhere, my nigga. And niggas will think of it. Just like I did. All right, let's move forward with the No Sudden Moves trailer reaction. This is the new Don Cheadle film that is coming out soon. So let's play the trailer.
Don Cheadle? New movie?
As I'm saying, I ain't seen that nigga.
Alley out back.
Can't come in here. What is he, white? Oh, boy. So what's the score?
We're sending a man that works in an office to pick something up. You are part of a babysitting team watching his family while he does it.
Good morning. Everything is normal, except...
What do you want?
Is that something you'd say? Normal Monday?
I'm gonna shoot you right now.
Can I go home now? Wait at the house after.
What do you mean after?
Right off of your feet.
What is going on?
What's going on, big guy?
Yeah, what are we doing?
We're following instructions. Are you helping me or are you not helping me?
No.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you. Set up, man.
God called me, offering me $10,000 to turn you in. 15 for the white guy.
Think you're the only one that can make a move? I can make a move, too.
I have the keys. I like to listen to the radio.
I'm gonna shoot you right now.
Organized crime like the mob. Well, I guess that's the $64,000 question, isn't it?
Knock you off of your feet.
It's been a long day. I'll put this over you so I can relax. Thank you.
You having a good time?
Bang, bang, bang. Knock you off of your feet.
So, how'd it go?
Take you home with me.
We had a little slip up at work.
I don't think that's the end of that. You chickened out. Oh.
I'm gonna shoot you right now.
The problem is you're not smart enough to know how not smart you are. Which makes you unpredictable, which makes you untrustworthy.
Why are you doing this, man?
Because I'm going to get what's mine.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna punch you now, sir. I'm punching you. This is going to be a punch.
Boom, boom, boom.
So that is the new trailer for the No Sudden Move. Edgar, what is your reaction to it? Don Cheadle back in the spotlight once again. Haven't seen that nigga since Marvel for real.
I don't know. Like, I was very underwhelmed with the trailer. It's like,
yeah, me too. I agree with that.
I don't like the way they set up the cut ups with different scenes. Like, it didn't give the energy that it was supposed to. So the trailer was very underwhelming. Don Cheadle is a great actor though, so I'm probably gonna watch it. It's on HBO Max, it said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll give it a watch, but I'm very underwhelmed right now.
So the synopsis is a group of criminals are brought together under mysterious circumstances and have to work together to uncover what's really going on when their simple jobs go completely sideways. So I'm assuming their jobs were to rob people, and I guess it's like a deeper meaning going on behind it. And the mob is involved, and he doesn't know the mob is involved. He could get turned in to the you know what I'm saying, to the actual police and shit like that when that just wasn't the plan and shit. So I'm interested to see Don Cheadle. Haven't seen that nigga since Marvel with the War Machine or whatever. So I want to see that nigga back in action or something like that. What's your favorite Don Cheadle movie though?
Let me look real quick. How many movies has
he's got to look for Don? Damn, Don Cheadle ain't up there for you.
Let me see. Don Cheadle. Movies and TV shows. I don't know. Ain't too much shit. Nah, ain't too much shit for me when it comes to Don Cheadle. Nah.
Yo, I was about to pick Iron Man or some shit.
The Marvel shit that I see,
Crash is definitely his best movie though. Crazy as fuck. Crash is best shit.
I gotta watch Crash. Ever. Never seen it.
Crash one of the best movies ever. So every time I see Don Cheadle, I think of Crash.
I only really see that man acting in Marvel films. He do good in that. So
he ain't in no TV shows. Oh, Hotel Rwanda was good too. I forgot about
watch Hotel Rwanda.
I ain't see that. Oh, so you only need me up on Don Cheadle like that for real?
Nah, he act good in the Marvel shit that I see him in. So yeah,
I feel like he's in something else. Like, how did I get put on to Don Cheadle? It had to be something before then, though, bro. I'm trying to think.
What else?
Was it Rush Hour when he was really put on to Don Cheadle?
Ocean's 13. Trader, Traffic.
Yeah, something put me on to him.
That's all his early. Oh, The Family Man.
Devil in a Blue Dress? Could have been Devil in a Blue Dress.
Oh, yeah. Devil in a Blue Dress. Colors.
That's crazy.
Reign Over Me.
Man, I don't know that shit. Well,
Rosewood.
Is he an underrated actor in your opinion, though, bro? Or is he just not in enough shit?
I mean, based off of the shit that I seen, man, I say he's underrated.
All right, man. Let's move forward with Past the Ox, man. What you got for song of the week?
Ooh, song of the week. I'm gonna go with NBA YoungBoy All In.
And I'm gonna go with Swamp by Brockhampton. Brockhampton got a new album out. I don't know if y'all listen to Brockhampton. It's like a collection of people, like white and black, but their music is so like experimental. But the shit is fire, bro. I listened to Saturation 1 through 3 the past couple of weeks. Fire. I would definitely advise listening to Brockhampton, bro. Definitely something different for the ears. And let's move forward with the movie and show reviews. Edgar, bro, what we got coming next, bro? Loki came out today, bro. You watch Loki?
I'm about to watch it as soon as we're done. So
I ain't even watch it.
I'm finna watch Loki as soon as we're done with this. We still got to watch Army of the Dead and do a review on that. We just dropped our Cruella review, so make sure y'all go check that out. We both agree that Cruella is the best movie out this year. So if y'all want to make sure that we right with our prediction, make sure y'all go see it and then watch our review because we don't want to spoil it too much for y'all. What else we got to do? Shit. Oh, are we gonna do The Conjuring? I don't know if we're gonna do The Conjuring.
Are we gonna do Conjuring? Yeah, I gotta watch 2 and 3. I only watched 1, so I gotta watch 2 and 3 and shit. Cause I'm hearing this shit was mid. Conjuring 3 was mid. So I don't know. I gotta watch this shit, bro.
Everybody, it was good. It was a good movie. People didn't like. I thought it was scary. Maybe it's just me. I don't like playing with God like that, and I don't like satanist shit. So
I mean, that's what the whole thing is based on, is it not?
Yeah, but it's like niggas acting like they just went. I don't believe a lot of the people that saying this shit was not scary. Most of the people that saying this shit not scary, they was probably scared when they was watching it, and then when it was over, they was like, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." Whole time they was probably scared watching it.
I can definitely feel that. But
yeah,
I think that's
make
it,
sure y'all
bro.
check out all our movie and show reviews. What we did before Cruella.
We had Quiet Place 2. Definitely check out Quiet Place 2 as
2.
well. We had Spiral before. We had
Mhm.
a whole lot of shit, bro. We've been dropping a whole lot of shit. Just definitely check it out. Go to our YouTube and our podcast. But yeah, bro, you can hit it with the social media.
You can follow us on Twitter at QE Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at QANDE Podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page, Q and Sign E Podcast. The YouTube is spelled the same way. Be sure to click the notification bell so you can see anytime that we drop new episodes. And our email, QANDE Podcast at gmail.com for any business inquiries, questions, or concerns.
Yes, and subscribe to all of our podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And wherever you listen to podcasts, we are there. So definitely check us out and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube Q and Sign E Podcast and subscribe to my YouTube. Just type in Quincy Hicks into the search bar and definitely subscribe. We appreciate you guys for listening. And we out. Peace.